Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the Shadow Work Tarot reading for the sign of Leo. Please keep in mind it is a general reading, so it may not apply to your circumstances, and also it's timeless. So this may be in relation to your recent past, present circumstances that are playing out for you at this time, or things that can come up in the near future, or even possibly further afield, okay? So keep that in mind. However, I feel like this message will be relayed to you. It will come to your awareness when the timing is right, when you need to know. So in regards to this spread, I'll be using the Dark Mirror Oracle deck, the Angelarium deck, the Moonology deck, and we'll get some further information, insights and clarity using the Wild Unknown Tarot. So, Leo, let's get into it. So, before I begin, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. I really appreciate your support, especially as my channel is still very new and very small. It really helps me to, see how you guys feel about the videos, but also it helps when you interact with my content to get YouTube to share that with a wider audience. So those who really could benefit from these insights will also get this information. So thank you so much for everyone who supports the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet already, please do, and you can hit the notifications bell so you'll be informed next time your reading goes live on the channel. Just to let you know, if you would like a personal reading, the information is available in the description box below. You can also find the link to my Patreon. There you'll have access to exclusive tarot readings that you will not find anywhere else, as well as free access to extended tarot readings for the monthlies, spiritual guidance videos, and a lot more. Okay, we've got the card. Wow, okay. I wasn't expecting that to pull, I wasn't expecting to pull this card for you, Leo. The reason I say that is because I got this card for Taurus. So you may be dealing with a Taurus or have it prominently in your chart. But I got Gilded Regret for you, okay? Gilded Regret from the Dark Mirror deck. And honestly, I feel like ever since I started, I sat down to do your reading, and bearing in mind I always ground the energies after each reading before I do the next, I really had this intense feeling of dread, anxiety, stress, fear, right? Really intensely. I don't know where this is coming from, Leo. You may or may not be experiencing this, but some of you definitely are. Okay, if you're not experiencing that, great. Don't invoke that, right? You don't want to be feeling that. But for those of you who are, I feel like it's tied to a situation from the past that you're trying to now process, you're trying to heal from, you're trying to free yourself from, or you're trying to better understand why things went the way they did. What could have been done to, I don't know, maybe change certain aspects of the situation. I don't know. But you're kind of looking back on it with coulda, woulda, shoulda energy, right? So it's something that weighs very heavy on your heart, Leo, I have to say. It's something that you really regret, something you wish you did, something you wish you said, or something you wish you hadn't have said or hadn't have done, right? But there's so much weight here. It's so much regret, so much guilt, so much shame, so much fear. I can just get a sense of you just crying, just being crying out, just being what have I done or what didn't I do? It's that kind of energy. But feeling more of a case of what did I do? What have I done? It's that kind of energy. Leo, that's so heavy to carry that burden on your shoulders, I don't know what happened. I don't know what situation played out for you. But you don't want to stay in this energy, okay? You want to freeze yourself from it as soon as possible, really, because that's going to cause a lot of pain, for you. And I can feel it. It is causing you a lot of pain. So let's see if we can help you with that, because no one wants to be carrying that burden around, for too long. So let's see what we can find out to help you release this, okay? Because that's why we're doing this. I'm not doing it just to rub salt into the wound. I'm doing this to help you free yourself from this, okay? Because, you know, you don't want to be stuck in that energy. We want to get you into a good place, right? So actually, let's go to the Angelarian deck now and see what insights we can get, what energies are also presenting themselves at this time to really show you what needs to take place, what signs and synchronicities are occurring as direct communication from the divine to assist you at this time. Just want one card ideally. So let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. So you got Lilial, which is the Angel of Night. Let me just pop this here. There we go. So Lilial, Angel of Night. So this I very much associate with moon energy. She is, yes, an angel that's associated with the night skies, with the moon, okay? So all that is, you know, shrouded in darkness, a light in the darkness, bringing a sense of hope wherever she goes, bringing light into the darkness, illuminating what is hidden, right? Bringing things into awareness, essentially. And I feel like that's what you're being called to do at this time is, you know, the divine is trying to assist you to bring certain thoughts, feelings, repressed emotions, you know, to the light so you can free yourself from this energy. That's why you're kind of going through this now, because I feel like there was this build up in the background, all of the repressed emotions, all of the things that you've been feeling, that you've been forcing down, is now coming to the surface. You know, it's pouring out, and that's why you're having this outpour, emotional outpour. It's because you're finally letting it come out, right? Because what is forced into the shadow can't stay there forever. And I feel out, that's why I feel like you got Lilial's energy, because she is helping to bring that to the light so it can be transmuted, alchemized, healed, right? So let's see what the signs are for this that can possibly come up. So I'll just take a look. So the signs for this are wind, sheer cloth, and the moon. Well, the moon is pretty obvious. So I feel like especially, so wind, sheer cloth, the moon, okay? So there might be something with anything you come across with either of those signs that triggers this knowing or this need to reveal what was kept hidden, right? Thoughts, feelings, what wishes, right? Because this is also to do with wishes. So I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of things that are being brought into light at this time for you. And I feel like with that moon energy as well, you know, the full moon, maybe that's when it triggered this outpour, right? The time of the full moon, we just had a full moon in Pisces, right? A couple of days ago. Or really, yeah, I suppose it took place the early hours or the morning of yesterday morning. So yeah, the energy is still very present, right? So I feel like that was like the trigger, you know. And I say yesterday morning, it'll be Friday when you actually get this reading, so I'm talking Wednesday morning, my time, okay? Just to, you know, so you know. But yeah, so I feel like that may have been the trigger for you, that this full moon energy, because it was in the sign of Pisces as well, it forced us to really address our emotional body at this time, what we've been neglecting when it comes to our emotional body. It needed healing, and that's why all these energies are coming to the surface now, to be healed, to be transmuted, so that we're not carrying this weight anymore, so that we're not pushing ourselves down in frequency needlessly, okay? So that's what I'm getting with that card. Now let's take a look at the Moonology now to see what else can help you with regards to divine guidance and advice so that you can move forward and release the past. You got full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or have Sagittarius strongly in your chart. But I feel like, Leo, it's a case of, yeah, you've been going through a lot. Your emotional body has had a massive outpour lately. You're feeling a lot of regret for things that were said and done, or things that weren't said and done. And, you know, you're looking at this now like, I can never fix this. How can I change this? You know, I'm never going to get things back to how they were, or I'm never going to be able to mend the situation, or, you know, I don't know how to move forward with my life and just let it go entirely, you know. But it's asking you to look at the bigger picture. Like, is there something that you're focusing on that perhaps is getting blown out of proportion? Is there something that you're looking, you know, is there a certain lens that you're looking at this from that is kind of distorted, right? That isn't grounded in reality or how things truly are, right? That maybe because of how you're feeling right now, it's distorting the reality of the situation, that perhaps maybe it's not beyond all repair, that perhaps, you know, this serves as a greater lesson for you so that you can make different decisions, so that you can express yourself without the fear of, you know, worrying about this, that, and the other, or just fear in general, right? Because maybe that was the lesson here, to express what you feel and to not hold back, so that, you know, things don't move along, and then before you know it, you know, you're detached and you don't know how to now express yourself to whoever you need to express yourself to, right? So maybe that's the lesson, or it's a case of knowing when to bite your tongue and not say something in the heat of a moment, whatever the situation is, right? But it's saying, listen, you're only seeing it from the viewpoint where you're at now because you're feeling this, but if you can pan out and see things more objectively, you'll see how this is going to serve you in the long run, right? Or that actually things are not beyond all repair. So yeah, you may need to take some time out to look at that, okay? Now, yeah, let's go over to the tarot here. And see, but I feel like this is a big, you know, lesson for you. I really do get this sense that you're learning a lot from this connection or this situation that played out, you know, whatever it was. I feel like spiritually it's bringing a lot of understanding and awareness into your life, right? So it may have been a karmic connection, a karmic situation that played out, but it's actually, in the long run, it's going to do you a lot of good. Even though it's painful right now, it's going to teach you so much, you know, about this situation, about, you know, communication, interaction, you know, fear, not holding back, things like that, you know, or knowing when to, you know, take pause and not react immediately, you know, things like that. So it's not like wasted, you know, it's not a wasted opportunity, that there's always something positive that you can gain from this, right? Even if it doesn't really feel like it right now, essentially. Okay, so let's take a look at the tarot. Okay. So the first card you have here is the Eight of Wands in reverse. So fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, your energy, okay? So this is really speaking of where there's been hesitancy, right? Where there's been hesitancy or even like because I keep getting two things from this. Some of you, there was a lot of hesitancy in expressing how you really feel in a situation, and that led to a bunch of circumstances where things didn't pan out how you wanted them to. So you're learning where, you know, hesitancy to speak your truth, to express your true feelings, to truly connect and allow yourself to have soul level connections. By refraining from doing that, you're actually self-sabotaging, right? So you're understanding that. For others of you, it's the case of you're understanding where, you know, communication that doesn't come from a place of pure love, or it doesn't come from a place of wanting to create understanding, find a middle ground, to solidify the connection, but rather lashing out just to cause pain or to prove your dominance in a situation, is always going to result in a negative outcome, right? So you're understanding how important the energy is involved in the interactions that you have, right? So it's different for each of you depending on what situation is playing out. And it's not to say that you wanted to hurt anyone. You know, it wasn't your intention that you, oh yeah, I'm going to get into this argument so I can hurt them. No, it's just in the heat of the moment when something triggered your shadow and made you feel bad, because perhaps something they said, you ended up saying something that would trump it, right? Trump whatever they said, to the point where you would just be like, oh my gosh, like they would just be like, oh my gosh, and just back down, right? So you're realizing where you may have said things in the heat of the moment, or did things in the heat of the moment that you're not proud of. You know, maybe you just like screamed at them and like stormed out and decided you weren't going to speak to them anymore, or something like that, you know, and you're just like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that now. So next card you have is Page of Wands. This is you, right? Page of Wands, Daughter of Wands. So this is you wanting to come back in and express how you really feel. So this is you wanting to have an opportunity to contact this person in some shape or form, to relay a message, right? To relay how you really feel about something, right? You feel like you kind of want to come back full circle in order to do things right this time, right? It's like, I've learned my lesson. I understand where I went wrong. Now this time I want to do it right, but I want to do it right in the same circumstance, as in with the same individual, the same connection, right? I don't want to have to cut my losses and start all over again. I want to make this connection right. And I want to be the one to make it right. So that's what I'm feeling from here. Like, you genuinely want to try and make this happen, right? This doesn't have to be a relationship. This could be a friendship. This could be a family connection, right? Someone in the family. This could be pretty much anyone, but it's someone that you had a great deal of love for, I feel. But maybe you just did not express it, and then when you guys were arguing about something, you said something that was very hurtful, or you told them or you made them feel in some way that you didn't care for them, or that you didn't want them in your life anymore, or something like that is what I'm getting. So anyway, next card you have is Four of Cups, right? Water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So I feel like at this point, you're just trying to get to a place of emotional grounding, right? Because you're like, I was so scared that my first reaction was to reject, because I'm not used to really getting deep into my emotions to the level that I was in this connection, right? So especially if it was a romantic connection of sorts, right? You may have never felt the kind of emotions that this person brought out of you before. Or you may have never felt as strongly about someone as you did in this connection, right? And it was intense to the point where you didn't know how to deal with it, you didn't know how to react. So you thought the best way to ground yourself was to reject it or to push them away in some shape or form. I don't think it's something you did consciously, it's something you did unconsciously through fear. And now you're realizing where, that created conflict in the situation, right? And it's not to say that this person that you were dealing with didn't do anything themselves. Chances are they probably did. I mean, it's possible, right? A lot of the time there is, some element of both parties doing something to contribute to the breakdown of a connection, right? Not always, but often that's the case. So I'm not saying, it's all on you or at all, Leo. I'm not saying it's all on you at all. I'm just saying that, you're kind of seeing where you may have sabotaged the connection, or you may have rejected it in some shape or form out of fear, right? Because you didn't feel ready, just because you didn't feel emotionally grounded or stable at that time, or perhaps because of other circumstances you didn't feel like you were capable of giving what this person wanted, or whatever it was, right? Now, next card you have is the Ace of Cups, more water energy. So this tells me you really do want this new beginning, this new chance in love, right? In this new chance in mending and healing family ties, this new opportunity to create stronger foundations emotionally with people, stronger connections, make new friends that truly understand and have the same level of empathy that you have, right? Things of that nature. I feel like if this is in regards to a love connection, I feel like you really want to reach out to this person and you want to reconcile. I feel like if it's a family connection, you also want to do that. I feel like if it's to do with a friendship though, I feel like it's more about wanting to meet people that are more aligned to you, right? That have the same compassion, the same understanding, the same level of empathy, where it feels very balanced, right? That you're supportive, that you're there, that you care, that you'll have fun with them and make them laugh even when they're feeling sad, and you receive that in return. So I feel like that's what you're wanting, but for right now, you're having to fill your own cup. Regardless of however that goes, whichever situation applies to yourself, you need to fill your own cup first. So that's what you're doing. You're filling your own cup. And then as a potential outcome, you have the Page of Cups in reverse, Daughter of Cups in reverse, some more water energy. Some of you guys could be dealing with a water sign here, because we're seeing that quite strongly in the reading. So it could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But I feel like with this being here, it's a case of you're ready to express yourself, right? Leo, you're ready to express what it is that you want. You want to communicate with this person, right? But I feel like you're afraid that you won't have an opportunity to offer your cup, right? You'll feel like you won't even, like they won't even see it as you trying to offer your cup, that you have some kind of ulterior motive or agenda. So I think that's what's kind of making you a little bit hesitant as well to now reach out and try to have this communication, because you feel like they'll just reject you, or they just won't even see it as that. They'll just assume that you're trying to, unsettle them, or just trying to get a rise out of them, or you just want their attention or whatever. But, that's what's kind of essentially giving you a little bit more fear at this time and holding you back from truly just stepping up and expressing yourself. But I feel like either way, soon you will probably have some kind of communication with this person. I don't feel like it's going to be much longer before you have some kind of talk, right? So anyway, Leo, I hope that helps. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up or interesting. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do, and hit the notifications bell. And yeah, it's actually, I can't tell you what to do either way. All I can do is give you guidance. But if you really want to express your feelings, because you clearly do have very strong feelings here, of wanting to reconcile, of wanting to, see if there's any chance of resurrecting a friendship before you just cut your losses and move on, now's the time to do it, right? Now's the time to see if you guys are in alignment, and if, there is a new chance of starting afresh with the right energy, right? Otherwise, you'll be moving on, essentially. So I'm sending you lots of love and support in that process, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.